Well, hey everybody, welcome to our Team Monday 19 training, Team Vitality. Don't you just love us? I'm so excited for this training. I'm Christy Vogt, if you don't know me, EC2 in Colorado. And I have been with LifeVantage now eight years in 1 week. It'll be 8 years, Tara, can you believe it? And I have never been this excited. Are you guys feeling it? Like I'm kind of a little frazzled, so I'm going to try to be as articulate as I can, but I can't even believe it's 6 o'clock right now, Mountain Time. This day has been flying. So many people coming out of the woodwork for this GLP-1, just from a few posts. A great announcement today that I teased you with from corporate. I'm still stunned from that. But anyway, first, I just want to say congratulations on a super successful August. We had 26 rank advancements on our team. Clay, congratulations on SC3. We need to hear your story, so maybe next week we can hear your story. But 26 rank advancements and so many people earning points, more and more points for Alaska. Angie Harper is 67%, is closer to Alaska right now. She's got 67%. Clay is 20%. Good job, Clay. 20% there. I was just was popping open reports literally 5 minutes ago that support sent me. I'm 19% away. Holly Hebert, you're 15%, so I went 15% and above. So, but it's not too late. I'm telling you, with this launch coming up, we're all going to be cruising together, celebrating. We're so excited. Lots of track earners. So hopefully you guys are keeping track of your tracks, because they're going to get you towards Alaska and prizes and money and all those things. So congratulations on all you track earners. And again, I was going to type up a report and show a slide with all of the earners, but the day just got away from me because we've just got too many exciting things. And the number one priority for all of us, right, is being in revenue generating activity. And that's pretty much what I was doing, except for when the hour that we were on the executive call. And I don't know if you saw my post right after the call, but you guys, LifeVantage just announced that they're going to have a health insurance plan for consultants. Like, it just brings me to tears. You know how many people in this day and age right now that we can help with health insurance? So more details to come. I know that corporate's going to have a webinar September 24th, October 8th, and then of course when we're in Kansas City. So they're going to have some informational webinars for you. And okay, so we have a story, and then we're going to get straight to Tara's training. I have to give her the Zoom number. I'm sorry.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
You are? Yay. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, this is Diana Finney, you guys. She lives in Hope Sound, Florida. She's newly married. Congratulations. Two
Thank
daughters,
you.
and then she has a new granddaughter, 5 months old. And she's on Donna Mondorf's team. And Diana, I've seen you on some of our trainings. I'm like, who are you? You keep showing up. Thank you for being here. And I want to hear your story. So we thought tonight would be it. So we would just love to hear your story.
All right. Well, I am Diana, and I am from Hope Sound. I'm going to make it quick. So I was introduced to LifeVantage through Donna. Donna's a friend, but somebody gave me a gift certificate to her salon when I turned 60. I'm 63. And she had all the products. Now she has like a ton of products. But we always talked about health and wellness and everything. And she would talk to me about Protandim and then one day I just was like, I don't even know how long it was, probably a year or so. And I just said, you know what? Yeah, I'll try it. And so I started taking Protandim. And just a little background, I have Graves' disease, but it's like in remission. Like I had a goiter, I had a retracted eye, and all my hair was falling out, weight loss, all that stuff. That was all a long, drawn out medical experience for a couple of years. And since one of the things I've noticed a lot since I started taking Protandim. Since I started taking Protandim, my thyroid is not swollen, my eyes normal, like everything just slowly went back to normal, to be honest with you. I mean, my eyes don't even water anymore, and I suffered like sand and glass was in my eyes. So and then I slowly just started buying, other products, the AMPM, the facial stuff. And Donna was always like, you really need to get on the collagen. I'm like, it's too expensive, I can't afford it. Well, anyway, um how I became a consultant, which is very recent, like within the last 2 months, was a lot of people have thyroid issues, and especially women my age. And I was out to dinner with a friend of mine, a group of girls, and my one girlfriend has had part of her thyroid taken out. I have not had any of that. I've been very fortunate that I got very aggressive health wise when this all happened to me. But anyway, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I started telling her about. I go, "Well, I'm taking this," and I go, "And I'm taking this product called Protandim," and I started talking about oxidative stress and free radicals and antioxidants and the activation. Like I was like, before I really did a lot of, I mean, I've just read about it because I'm taking it, And she was like, she's an anesthesiologist, so she's a nurse, and she goes, send me that stuff, when we get done. So when I got home, I sent her the link. And she read all over it. Like an hour later, she got back to me. She goes, "You should be selling this." And I'm like, you're like the fifth person that's told me that in the last 2 years. So I got in touch with Donna, and the rest is history. But with the collagen, like I use a lot of the products. I take Axios. I mean, like I love the products. I would use everything if I could afford it. But so with my intro, I got a case of the liquid collagen, and like I'm telling you guys, like so the first thing I noticed besides my skin was that I have an injury, an old injury. I tore my Achilles in 2008 and never had it properly repaired. And it's always just kind of ached me. Well, all of a sudden, in the last couple of weeks, that ache is really kind of not there. And like that's, I understand that collagen is really good for your hair and your nails and your skin, but it's also really good for your muscles and your veins and, your organs. I get that. So I'm hooked on it. Like I can't imagine not drinking that anymore. But anyway, and I'm slowly, I have a job also, but I'd love for this to be my job because I really enjoy it. I really believe in the product, and that's kind of, I mean, I have some girls that are using Protandim and drinking the collagen, and I'm just telling them my story. Like I could elaborate on this, but I know that there's a time issue. But I think I have like 6 people already, and they're like loving. They're all seeing results slowly. So anyway, I think that's about it. But thank you, Christy, so much for letting
Oh,
me share a little bit about myself, and I'm very excited about my future here with LifeVantage. I
well, we're
love the
really
product.
excited for you. And I'm telling you,
Thank you.
that's all it takes is sharing your story. Look at you. You
Yeah,
just by sharing your story, you already have 6 people interested.
right.
So it's again, it's just leading with your heart, knowing that if it's helped you, it's going to help everybody else you talk to. So,
Yeah,
if we care about how our friends feel, then just don't stop sharing. And the training you're going to get tonight, you're going to get a bigger vision of how to share
awesome.
and why. And
Thank
it's just the
you.
impact of people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So you
Thank
guys,
you.
as I enrolled with Tara Wilson. Uh, 8 years ago, September 15th, and I'm not even knowing her, as a business-minded person, I'm like, okay, I get LifeVantage, I get the science, I really want to be a part of this company and this product. I get that it's publicly traded and debt free and all of the things, but who do I want to enroll under? Because the culture and community, is very important to me, and I want to bring people onto my team that it would be a professional environment, it would be a fun environment, a safe place, and a place of growth. And so I'm like, who is like a rock star leader out there in LifeVantage? So I started just kind of like scoping it out and talking to people and just watching Tara on Facebook and her YouTube videos, and she was doing these lunch and learns, and I just loved her. She's just so real and raw and just says it like it is. And so I just called her out, not even, she didn't know who I was. I didn't know who she was. I'm like, I want to join your team. And she just got back from like a birthday party in Vegas. And anyway, it's a beautiful story. But I can't believe it's been almost 8 years. And the very first, as soon as I enrolled, the very first training I watched with my husband, Dave, is her 1 a month training. I'm like, that set me on fire from the moment I watched that. And that's really why I feel that I grew so fast, so quickly, because of her 1 a month. So she's put together this 1 a month for us, looking at this new GLP-1 product. So without further ado, I want to introduce my friend and my mentor, the beautiful presidential Tara Wilson.
Guys, so excited to be here tonight. And for those of you, I think I know almost everyone. If you're new, welcome to the team. Best company, best team. Well, I won't go too much into my story, but I've been in the industry now for 17 and a half years. And I got in it because I wanted to spend more time with my family. So I was already making money. I didn't have any debt and my life was good. My husband and I both had great jobs, 401ks, benefits, everything, right? The American dream. But we saw each other from about 6 to 9 every night, and then a little bit on the weekends, you know, amidst cleaning and laundry and dishes and paying bills. And you guys know the drill. If you guys, you know, have kids or working households, you understand what it's like. I call it Groundhog Day, right? So you do the same thing. So I wasn't looking, but a family member saw the vision, and he jumped in and enrolled 52 people, which included all of my family. And then he got my sister involved, and then I was ditching his calls, but she snuck through the cracks because I didn't think she would get involved, because in this crazy harebrained scream of our brothers. And she's like, okay, this thing is real. And I was like, what? You guys, you know, you got suckered in it. And by the way, they were both making like 6, 7, 800,000 a year. They owned their own companies. Like, I was the poor sister, you know. And so I thought, you know, if they think it's worth their time, then I'll at least go take a look. And honestly, it was a Thursday night, and all I had going on that night was Grey's Anatomy. So remember Grey's Anatomy? So I did, and I told her, I said, hey, I'll come look, but I promise, like, please, if I don't see it, don't log in. And she goes, okay, I promise you. Well, that was a decision that changed my life. And one of the things that I learned at that meeting, because I'm sitting there in a crowd of people that seemed, you know, average, everyday people. And there was this rank advancement in this one. And I was like, well, if them, why not me? First of all, I was like, why not me? You know, these people have all different backgrounds. They all look different. They talk different. They lived in different areas. Like, a lot of them had families. A lot of them were moms. And I just thought, why not? And when they showed me this, and at first I'm sitting there thinking, well, my brother literally signed every single person up. Like, anyone in the family that was like open was already gone. So all my family is gone. My mom's like, well, I'll wait for you, because I know you're under everyone. So I'll be your customer and everybody will benefit, right? I said, yeah, because I was the last one to say yes, literally the last one in my family. And all my friends, including Angie Harper, said no. I mean, we were all in our mid-30s. All of us had small kids. Most of us were working. And, you know, if you have ever been in the mindset, like, I can't fit this in my life, that was me. In fact, this was my family back then. My daughter was 1 and my son was 7. 2 years later, 2009 is when I had my third child. So I was already full-time by then, which was amazing. But like, I didn't have time, but I made decisions because I saw something extraordinary. I saw a product that could help people. And I think all of us can agree, we've already been sitting on products that can help people. I've been in the company actually the day before the launch. 10/10 will be my 9-year anniversary of LifeVantage. And then we get the present of launching what I think will be the biggest launch in my career. And I don't say that lightly. My last company that I was with for almost 5 years prior to LifeVantage was weight loss. And I grew a team of 60,000 distributors and over 350,000 customers in under 5 years. guys, that's double what I've done. That's almost that is 2.5 times what I've done in almost 9 years. And I remember, because it comes up on my Facebook memories every year. I love that Facebook reminds us of all the fun things. 1,000 people in a single day join my team at the peak, at the momentum. I want you guys to think about 1,000 people in your team. I had 1,000 new people join in 24 hours into my organization. Like that. So when I say, like, you guys have no idea what's coming. I mean, this team has already pre-sold $25,000 that will be picked up in the convention. And we did it in 4 hours, and people didn't even have the price or the ingredients, still don't have the ingredients, haven't seen the clinical trial based on a few preliminary results. So when I say this is going to be big, guys, like, you have no idea. What I saw was average people having extraordinary success in that company. Anyone who actually, like, put their boat in the water and paddled a little single bit was having success. I mean, I'm talking about, like, people that had never had a single day of network marketing experience, or or had been in network marketing. You know, those stories. I've been in network marketing. I've been in 5 companies, and then all of a sudden one, is the breakthrough. You guys know Jordan Adler? He wrote Beach Money. He was in 12 companies over 11 years, Amway twice. And until he got a mentor and a plan, he didn't have success. So what I'm going to give you guys is a plan, and I'll give it to you in a second. But you know what makes us different? We take it to make it, right? Well, the more I study about GLP-1, which everybody should be doing right now, you guys have 31 days to become a GLP-1 expert. I'll tell you, it's not that complicated. It really isn't. You can watch a couple YouTube videos. You can Google it. You can go to Science Daily or PubMed. You guys can be an expert on the topic of GLP-1. It's really not that complicated, right? And GLP-1 is a hormone that your body makes, and we make it naturally. Unfortunately, the diet we eat, and over time, just like your antioxidant production slows down, your mitochondrial biogenesis slows down, your collagen starts diminishing, all of these wonderful things that happen over time. GLP-1 is an extra one, right? Ladies, especially, like, I don't know, probably perimenopausal. I don't know. I'll be 51 in 3 days. Yeah, Thursday is my birthday. But when I heard about this, and I knew that the market was huge, I knew this was going to be big. And look at it. Isn't this gorgeous? These are the products we get to represent. This is our product line, and we're going to be adding something extraordinary, but I don't want you to forget about this. Now, I am going to give you a scenario that is just building on weight loss, because you might have people that come in who are in a skincare company or a makeup company or a jewelry company, and they may want to just build the weight loss, right? And that's fine. But I don't want anyone to forget that the weight loss is like a fishing pole or a net, and it gets people into the boat. You'll get new eyes, new conversations, new prospect. You'll build new teams, but please don't forget, because everybody will stop doing weight loss eventually. Either they'll hit their goal or they'll find another program. I think the average woman goes through like 9 to 13 different weight loss programs in her lifetime. I'm like, I do that in a year, but anyway. So I don't want you to forget that this is the backstop, that the activation story, that we have to get people on Protandim. We want them to swap out their skincare. Over 80% of women use skincare that was just referred to them by a friend or a family member. People aren't going down to the store and buying skincare because of the commercials. Very few people do that. So getting people to, use our conditioner or our scalp serum or our gut health, or of course our Axio, our fat burn, if they want to hyper, their results, and our daily wellness. I mean, this is something everyone should have on hand. I take it every day, but especially when I'm traveling, right? And then of course your AM, PM, all of the things that are tools for our tool belt. And this one is just going to supercharge, right? So what am I doing right now? Every single day when I'm posting, I'm doing a call to action, right? And I'm saying, put list or add me or whatever my call to action is that day. And I'm adding people to my list. We have 31 days to the launch, right? If you add 3 to 5 different names every day, and by the way, I have it organized. It's in my notes section, the little on the Apple, the iPhone. It's the little yellow notepad, yellow and white. That's it. And I put bubbles next to it, because lo and behold, when I start messaging people, I'm going to be clicking the bubbles. So I have, I just started this a couple days ago. I have 33 people on my list already. And my goal is to add, 6 names a day, because my goal is 200 names. What is your goal? Drop it in the chat, right? So if you just started this today, and I'm going to give you more ideas of how to get names, you could have 90 to 150 names on your list by the launch. Do you think that will make a difference? 7 out of 10 people are overweight and 4 out of 10 people are obese. It is the fastest growing disease in the country. It is a significant problem. And remember, as entrepreneurs, we don't sell products, we solve problems. I actually wanted to get into weight loss in December of 2010. I got into my company because like nobody recruited me. I actually met a guy at a conference, and when in October, when the Surgeon General, is October 2010, said obesity now passes smoking as the #1 cause of heart disease, and that's our #1 killer, right? I immediately knew that I had to get into weight loss. So I went home, I told my CEO of the company I was with, a little company, it was barely launched, it crumbled like a year after that. And I said, we need weight loss. And they said, okay. And they came out with some product. Nobody did it. No, it didn't work. And then I was like, forget it. And in studying this other company, I fell in love with it and joined it. But unfortunately, it was a crappy product. It was unsustainable. You can't drink 2 shakes a day and then go back to a normal diet and not expect to blow back up, right? So I learned very quickly that it was a commodity. And that's why I got to LifeVantage, because I thought, LifeVantage is not a commodity. We have patents. We had 6 patents and 16 studies today. We have 7 patents just on this one bottle, multiple international patents, and 31 published peer-reviewed studies, right? So adding people to your name list every single day, right? Here's what I think. A low end, if you literally don't water your seeds, every week, I'm going to suggest that you water them every week, and I'll give you more ideas. Connect with them, educate them, inform them, keep them posted. Like right now would be a good time to say, hey, I just got the pricing today. And you might want to say, here's the pricing, so people can wrap their mind around it. But I believe that everybody, for every 100 names, the minimum that you will get, if you don't do much education, you don't do much watering, you'll get 20. I believe that's low. And that's 2,560 SV. If you get 30, that's 3,800. You could literally go diamond on the day we launch if you do this right, literally in the October. 40 orders would be 5,100. I mean, can you imagine? That's a pretty good chunk of change, you guys. That is over $1,500 in income on one product in 1 month. I mean, I want you guys to really grasp this. So who are you going to talk to? Well, these are all the people that I'm going to talk to, my past and my current consultants and customers, right? So everybody that I get to order that's already in the system, like I have a bunch of people that I have enrolled over the years, and some of them just wanted the discount, so they became consultants, and they're seeing my posts, and they have a ton of them on the list. They're like, okay, I haven't done my business. I've never worked it. I've never enrolled anyone. This now has my attention, right? So I'm not going to rely on social media. Of course, I have a great social media reach, but not everyone does. But I am going to call or contact or message every single person that I have ever enrolled on a product or into the business. I'm going to contact all of them and let them know, hey, this is, I'll probably have a script, and I'm absolutely happy to share it when I do. But something like, hey, we have the biggest launch in our company history. I just want to, who do you know that needs to lose weight, right? Who do you know? And what do you think the #1 answer to that question is? When I was in weight loss, I'd say, hey, who do you know that needs to lose weight? And you know what the #1 answer was? Everyone. Everyone. 7 out of 10 people, right? So I'm going to contact everyone that enrolled. For those of you who are new, it's okay. There's plenty of fish out in the sea, right? Social media. I'm going to be posting stories. I'm going to be adding to the weight loss group. I'm going to be going live some more. I already went live twice. Once I screwed up, so I had to do it again. But I'm going to be doing that more and more. Education posts. Angie Harper just posted her incredible before and after pictures today. In 2 weeks, you can see a massive difference. If everyone hasn't posted that yet, you are missing the boat, right? And of course, again, with all the social media, I have a call to action, and I have added over 200 people to that weight loss group. And I have, again, 33 people on my list. A lot of them are consultants that never did anything that want to come back. And by the way, I have 4 enrollments already this month. I can't remember. I think the last time I enrolled 4 people this early in the month was when I went pro 10 that month 2 years ago. I think I'm September 2 years ago. I have made a fortune in network marketing. In fact, I have a lunch and learn video on this. I have made a fortune in asking people, who do you know who? Like, who do you know that wants to lose weight and make some money? In this economy, you guys, like something like 33% of people are looking for a second income. So, I mean, this is like an economy. Like, look at the gas prices. Look at grocery prices. Every time I go to the store, I'm like, I can't believe I'm paying $7 for a loaf of bread that I used to pay $5 for like 6 months ago or a year ago, right? The prices are crazy. Home prices are crazy. People aren't, even able to come out of college and afford somewhere to live. You have all these people, like I've got some friends that are like in their 20s, like, like my friends' kids, and they're co-oping, they're putting 4 or 5 kids and couples and stuff in big houses because they can't afford it on their right? So who do you know who do you know who wants to lose weight? And you guys, if you do this right, you would never ever have to buy a lead. You'd never have to do anything weird. You guys got to remember that we have social media and we have Zoom and we have all these great tools. I was in this profession before we had any of it. So all I could do is say, who do you know who? And again, all my family's already in it. All my friends said no. Took one of them 9 years to say yes for me, right, Angie? Best decision ever. Wait till I'm gonna have this conversation with her getting to Europe when her, team's doing $1 million a month and she's a presidential. I'm gonna be like, aren't you glad you finally said yes? Of course she is. She loves this company. She loves the team. Networking groups. I shared this on a small training we did last night with Courtney Watkins. Sherry, is Sherry Cushion, Sherry K here? I always feel like I'm gonna butcher your name. Sherry, are you here?
Yep.
You can just, yeah, she's there. So Sherry and I met through a gal named Brandy. Oops. Oh no, I can't spoil this yet. Brandy. And I met Brandy through a gal named Christine, who is a naturopath. And Brandy worked for a chiropractor and she did all their nutrition stuff. Well, I was in a networking group with Christine's dad, who did like insurance or something. He had nothing to do with health and wealth. And he says, okay, when is your next meeting? And I said, it's, I don't know, tomorrow night at 7. He's like, I'll come. He stood in the back, wouldn't sit in the chair in my living room, by the way, stood in the back like this with his head cocked, kind of listening. About 30 minutes in, I still had like plenty to go. He goes, I gotta go. I'll be in touch. And I was like, oh, well, that didn't go well. The next day he called me and said, hey, my daughter's a naturopath. I want you to meet her. So I went and met her. Long story short, she introduces me to Brandy. I get Brandy in that company. 6 years go by, and Brandy and I were not together in another company for 6 years. So I hadn't been working with Brandy. It was a 6-year break. So she had actually been in LifeVantage, Brandy. Brandy's original consultant number is 1.1 million before mine. That's like, she was in it a long time ago. So she had watched me for a few months when I got into LifeVantage, and I posted something, and then I called her and she goes, hi, I was waiting for you to call. Geez, it took you long enough. And she goes, I just have to tell you, I've been there, done that with LifeVantage. And I said, this was my exact verbatim response. I said, I don't care. You didn't join me, and everything I touch turns to gold. She goes, all right, come to my office tomorrow. I walked in with nothing but my keys and my phone. I said, are you ready? She goes, let's do this. And rolls on the $1,200 pack at the time. It was called the Platinum Pack. A gal walks in, she goes, hey, you're enrolling. Like, that's the kind of influence she had. Well, if we started doing meetings at her office, and Sherry came in and got involved, between Brandy, and she still puts in customers all the time, and Sherry and that leg, it probably does, I don't know, 15 to 20,000 a month. Probably has done, on average in the last 9 years, I would say about $2 million from one person I met in 2009 who introduced me to someone who joined, didn't join, rejoined. You guys see what I'm saying? This is what network marketing is. This is the spirit of network marketing. So if you don't want to sit and make content on social media, if you don't want to talk to your friends and family, get out, meet people. You can't swing a cat without hitting someone that needs weight loss, right? And go to networking groups. I know Sherry Martin, you are a whiz at them. You are like, you should do your own like master class on that, because I know Sherry is building her business pretty much through the groups. Oops, sorry. All right, so I'm trying to get the chat away. Okay, now, so again, we should definitely be talking. Oops, no need to be able to run a slideshow to be a presidential. I don't know which button I'm supposed to click. There we go. All right, so if Don't touch the mouse. For those of you guys who've been around a while, you might have recognized my 1 a month, right? So 1 a month is this is the concept that I used in my first company because all my family was already in it. And all my friends said no. And I needed a plan because I didn't think that I could ever make the kind of money that the lady at the front of the room was making $300,000 a year. She was actually making 252. She was making $6,000 or $5,000 a week, which there's 52 weeks in a year. So she was making 260,000 a year. She'd only been in the company for 10 months. And I was like, no freaking way. But then she started writing this out on the board. She says, let me ask you this. In the first 30 days of your business, do you think you could get one person to sign up with you as a distributor? Now, I know that our average like consultant kits are like $250, $350, $999, and then we have another handful of them on a different page that around $300. I'm pretty sure that I saw one for the weight loss is going to be around $209. I think it's going to be the weight loss system plus Pro Tandem. That will be a kit, right? But at the end of the day, everyone knows probably 100 people that need to lose weight. Could you find 2 customers to order the product? And by the way, the SV for the weight loss is $128. And can you find one person that wants to sell it? So this entire scenario is you enrolling one consultant, maintaining, not even enrolling new customers, maintaining. So if one falls off, you need a new one, maintaining just 2 customers every month for a year. Now, let me tell you this. All you have to do is enroll one consultant a month. So that's 12 over the whole year and maintain 2 customers. This is what would happen. This like blows my mind every time I see it. So you plus one, and you each have, you're each either ordering one set of weight loss and have 2 customers, or you have 3 customers. It doesn't matter. I just know that the minimum once you're SC1 and higher is 300 SV. So I wanted to get as close to that number. So this is like the bare minimum to stay active. Okay. So the first month you would have 768. You'd be like a consultant 1, 2, or whatever it is. I don't know. Month 2, again, you plus your person go enroll 1 each. So now you have a team of 4. Everyone just has, let's just call it 3 customers. Okay. They're not ordering anything. But we all know that they're going to order. And again, I want to give you the bare basic minimum. 1,500, you'd be what? Consultant 3, right? Month 3, everybody enrolls 1. That's it. You'd be SC2. Month 4, SC3. Month 5, MC1. Month 6, MC2. Month 7, MC3. Month 8, EC1, month 9, EC2, month 10, EC3, month 11, EC4, and month 12, presidential. If anyone thinks it would be hard to enroll 12 people in 365 days and maintain 2 customers on a blockbuster product that is going to blow this company through the water, and this is why I did what I did. So I had that printed out. I actually just had it 1 through 12, and then 2, 4, 8, you know, that number 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, whatever. If you signed up one person a month yourself without building a team, it would take you 83 years to build a team of 1,000 consultants. If you do it this way, it will take you 10 months. Should we pause for dramatic effect? Did you hear me? By yourself, it would take 83 years if everyone just did 1, not 10, not 5, 1. Everyone just did 1. You would have a team of 1,000 consultants in 10 months. This is why I am where I am, because anyone they hear my numbers and like, oh my gosh, you have 160,000 people on your team. Guys, I started with like 10 of us. And we called moms and cousins and neighbors and people from our kids' schools. And like the people we built this team on are and friends and family. And then like Christy and Charlotte Venter and Josie, who came to us through social media, right? Because we were creating a stir. And don't worry, we're going to have a lot of stir to create. But I mean, I want you guys to like screenshot this. Isn't this incredible? And I have done this not once, not twice, but 3 times. My first company, excuse me, it was my very first company. I was working 6.5 months full time with 2 small kids. So it took me 13 months to get a team of 4,096 people, which is how many people you'd have to have. That was the 12 months. Sorry, I should have wrote the numbers out. I thought I did. I started so 64, I guess I should change it. That's 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2,048, and 4,096. So if you did this and the number just doubled every month, why everyone just adding one? Everyone does one. Will people add more than one? Goodness, yes. Will people add 10 customers? Goodness, yes. People might add 50 customers, right? I just showed you a game plan. If you put 100 names on a list, you're going to get 20 to 40 enrollments, period. So my goal is 200. My list is going to be 200 people. And my goal is to enroll 50 people in October as consultants or customers. 50. I mean, what's the S beyond that? 50, like 6,000, something like that. 50 times 128, 6,400, right? That would change most people's lives. And that's my personal goal in my 9th year of business. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this will be like shooting fish in a barrel. Ask Sherry Martin, who's already pre-sold 9 kits before she knew the price. She doesn't have ingredients. There's no clinical study. And she's literally already sold her $1,400, $1,500 that she's going to be buying in Kansas City. Isn't that crazy? So anyone can do this, you guys. It takes consistent. So what would you do to keep your team growing? You plug into team calls, you educate people, you get them to meetings, you get them on Zooms, you help them build your business, you help them write a list of 100 to 200 people in their network, and you help them contact all of them and say, hey, we just launched the biggest thing since sliced bread. You guys, the weight loss industry is enormous. I don't think anyone can possibly fathom, but it went from in 2023 to 2024, it grew like, it's like on pace to grow over 4 billion. Grow 4 billion. You know how much 4 billion is? Like 300 million a month. It's growing by 300 million a month. Like, do you think we could get a little piece of that growth next year? In 2025, when it's predicted to grow another 5 to 6 million. And guess what? One of the biggest sectors in that growth is coming from, you guessed it, GLP-1 activation. Just Ozempic, just in the United States, one market, one company did 13.9 billion last year. You guys, like, I'm here to give you your daily dose of thinking big. So what are you going to do to maximize your countdown? Number 1, add names to your list every single day. And I love it. Andrea Davis, you guys might know her. She enrolls 30 to 50 people every single month, mostly customers. Every once in a while, she'll throw in a consultant. And you know why she does that? Andrea Davis has a core non-negotiable that she does not go to bed until she has sent 3 carts out to prospects. Not put 3 people on a list, on a name, on a list. She has to create interest, get them in a conversation, find out what they want, give them information, to them say yes before a cart is sent out. So she might have to talk to 8 to 10 people to get 1 cart out. Now, with her clout in the dog world, it might be much lower. She might be, putting a cart out to every other person. But if she can send 3 carts a day, you guys can find 3 names to get on your list. Who do you know who? If you called everyone in your family and say, hey, who do you know that might be interested in losing some weight with a natural GLP-1 activator that is going to have clinical studies, it's affordable, and is so far promising results? I guarantee you can get a referral from every single person, even if they don't need weight loss. Right? So add them to your name and then contact or touch them at least 1 time a week. So every time one of the scientific advisory board does training, or Lisa Barnes or anyone at the corporate team, educate them, right? Elvie's going to be hosting science trainings on Facebook. Send it to them. That's a great way to touch. Just say, hey, just checking in, give them some free ebook or something, find something on weight loss, find foods that activate your GLP-1 naturally. By the way, you can eat a natural GLP-1 diet, but for that easy, everyone wouldn't be overweight, because that's the problem, is ultra processed foods don't activate your GLP-1. They probably shut it off because it messes with your insulin, right? Post daily. Take an hour and go and watch a couple YouTube videos on how to create a reel on Instagram, have it auto post to Facebook. So my husband's like, are you posting on both? And I was like, yes, for like 5 years, buddy, where you been? So anytime I do a post or a story on Instagram, it automatically goes to my Facebook wall and my or my story wall in Facebook. So, you know, obviously that's getting more bang for your buck, but like you could find a zillion YouTube videos to just show you how to create content. Use the Kick-Ass social media group to find, you know, content. We've been dropping a lot of stuff in there. I know as more results from our Club 55 come on board, we're going to keep putting photos in there. And then of course, we're going to have the actual clinical study. Some of you may know I met a woman who she's down 22 pounds in the 8 weeks, and she doesn't even know who our company is. She's not activated. She's just taking the product because she got horrific side effects from one of the weight loss drugs. And again, put people in the groups, share results from the group, tag people in posts, whatever you can do to keep them simmering in your crock pot. You do not want them to go cold. Do not leave them out on the counter, right? And I don't know what your situation is, but all I know is if you go to the launch, I believe everyone can hit diamond. So like that would cover your entire cost. And that's just the income from 1 month. If you do this right and you get those, you know, 100 names on your list, you can guarantee you're probably going to make around, you know, 500 to 1200 to 1500, whatever, you know, your current situation is. But I think everyone from right now could go diamond in October if they do this right. I believe that because I've been there before and I know how easy this is. So I would go to Kansas City because I feel like, by the way, in 17 and a half years, I've never, not once ever missed a single event. So it would be so weird to me to ever miss an event if I had to. I have, I know Erica Dell said on the executive call, she's missing her nephew's wedding. When I went Pro 10, my big, what's it called? Recognition was on the day of my niece's wedding, and I had to miss my niece's wedding. Sent her a really nice gift, but like I told her, I said, you have to understand, like, I can't miss this. So for me, I've never missed an event. I love connecting. I love seeing your faces, but I know that this is going to be the thing that catapults our company to $1 billion. I know it in my knower. I've been in it before. I can't even imagine saying I wasn't in the room during that. Like, this is, you're missing your homecoming. See, that's what I'm talking about. Senya, who's already pre-ordered 9 cases or 9 sets. So I told you my goal is to have 200 names on the list and enroll at least 50 people. What is your goal for October? And by the way, I plan on, so I go between presidential and EC4, depending on the month, if there's like a big promo or a bunch of rank advancements. My goal is to get back to presidential, and I'm like 70, 80,000 away. It's not like I'm, you know, like right there. So my goal for October is to get back to presidential. But what is your goal? How many people on your list? How many people do you want to enroll? How many people do you want to contact? Write it down. Bob Proctor said when he started his business, he put it on a 3x5 card. Well, that was back in the day. You don't need a 3x5 card. You guys can pop it on your home screen. Put your goal on your home screen. So every time you pick up your phone, which is 80,000 times a day, you see your goal. Write it down. Look at it all day, every day. Find an accountability partner. So say if you're not going to go to bed until you have those 3 names, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's whatever, but go on social media. There are people awake all over the world, and there's people awake at 12 o'clock in the United States, and start getting in conversations. Go in groups, do whatever you can, message some friends. But if you don't, let's say you want to do 3 every day and you don't do 3 on Monday, maybe you do 6 on Tuesday, right? If you're going to be out of town or somewhere. But find an accountability partner, someone that will be like, hey, have you got your names today? Or, hey, got my first name. Hey, got my second name. Hey, got my third name. And like, be fun. Like maybe you guys, maybe groups, pods of teams, right? Like Trisha and Senya, you guys work together, or, I don't know, we have some little team groups, or I know some, like Angie, you have leader threads. I know Christy, you have leader threads. I know Kristen, you have leader threads. So maybe like, make it, normalize it to everybody, shout them out every time you put a name on your list, because this is going to be a seed that could lead to 10,000 people. It could lead to 20,000 people. You never know. Anyway, commit to making this launch the turning point in your career. Like I said, there's few times that you will get in your life to be part of something extraordinary, especially momentum. I've been lucky to have it twice. My first company, I got in during momentum. 1 million people joined our company as a distributor in 12 months. In the 12 months that I joined, the first year. And so I was, even though I was new, I was hungry. I turned off my television. I committed, I showed up, I got on every conference call, I went to every live meeting. I did exactly what they told me. I bought tens of thousands of dollars of product my first year. But my first full year in network marketing, which was 2008, I made $314,000 because I had my boat in the water and I was paddling in the right direction. That's all you have to do. There's already so many incredible overviews going on. I know Angie, Christy, and Kristen, thank you guys for doing those. We also have the SAB, FAB one every Wednesday. You've got Wellness Wednesdays. I'm doing one tomorrow if anyone wants, with Dr. Jeff, this guy from Florida that's growing really quickly with a bunch of doctors, is like, this is going to be $1 billion. Like, he's like when he heard GLP-1, and now he's been researching other products, he's like, these all go together. Like, you guys understand what you have your hands on? We're like, yeah. So if anyone wants to get on that tomorrow, it's at 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm happy to share that. Courtney and I just did one, and I know that a lot of them are going to be happening. There's going to be no chance for you not to know what's going on, for you not to have somewhere to invite. And of course, as we keep doing those recordings, I've asked Dr. Dondi to get on and do one with me. So I'm going to, because a lot of people can't bake those ones on Wednesday nights, the FAB, SAB, Field Advisory Board, Scientific Advisory Board, for those that are new. But I'm a field advisory board, and Dondi's a scientific advisory board, and I want to get on, record one live. We'll invite people and have that as a recording so that everyone can be there. And then of course, share your wins with your groups or Team Vitality. Yes, absolutely. Hold on, let me stop sharing. So the pricing is simple. So of course, our 3-tier pricing, the retail one-time price will be $199.99. So just think 200, and then 10% off of that would be $179.99 for subscription. And then the consultant price is $159.99. So remember again, to let your customers know about the loyalty rewards program. So every time they buy a set, every 2 months, they're going to earn $30, which they can start redeeming at $5. So every 2 months, they'll make $30. And then that third month, they'll redeem 15. Then they'll, you know what I mean? They'll keep making it, but they can redeem 15 every month that they order the $179.99. So that really gets it down to $164. So it gets them about $15 off, which is awesome. And the SV is $128. But I'd like to open it up for questions. I know we're kind of going over, but I think this is a pretty important launch. And in the words of my famous quote, working works. I enrolled 4 people simply by making a few posts, adding people to a group, and then having a quick conversation with them. Again, getting them activated. All 4 ordered the Kickstart bundle, by the way, if you're wondering what they're ordering. The one with the fat burn, the Axio, and the Protandim. And I told them why this was what I suggest. So any questions about anything? Anybody want to share their goal? How many names are you going to have on your list come October 11th? Oh, and by the way, the people that go to the event are going to get their product so much sooner, because it's not going to start shipping until the 13th, because that's the first business day. And then it takes 3 to 5 days. So really, if you want product, you better go to the event.
Tara, when is it going to be available in Australia?
I think April.
April?
April. Yeah, the globally is April.
Okay.
Canada, probably April. I don't know. I think they're having a problem with the formulation, but I'm not sure. What else?
You said people pre-ordered. How are they doing that?
No, yeah, no, there is no such thing as pre-order. That was just people, like I had one shot. Sorry, where's my camera? Hold on, let me fix my camera. It's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, I had one shot to as a field advisory board member pre-sell. So I put a notification in the Kansas City chat, because it's only available that people are going to Kansas City, and they were able to, like, by the end of the week or next week, you guys are gonna get a form for those of you who did it. And they're going to sign a contract, the same one we signed up in Park City, that says my card will be charged on October 11th for 9 cases. And they're paying the $159.99 per set, but they're getting 9 free shaker bottles and a $300 branded LifeVantage suitcase to take them home. So I sold out of mine in 3 hours. Like, I only got 18
Or
and they were
what
gone.
people can do too, when we say pre-sell them, so you can have people Venmo you the money so that you're going to Kansas City with all the money already, so you're not out of pocket. Yeah, and then come back and have a party. Yeah.
Yeah, bring a big duffel bag. They're not heavy. What are they, like 1 or 2 pounds for the whole set? Like maybe 1 pound. They're not heavy.
Yeah.
You brought a huge duffel bag. If you're flying Southwest, you get 2 free bags. So get a duffel bag. You can buy as many as you want, like she said. So I would just do this, because every single set will come with a free shaker bottle. And then there's also, you can buy, if you buy 3 sets, you get 3 shaker bottles and then a belt bag, you know, like those Lululemon crossbody bags. And it's the lavender color. Let me see, Angie, you have pictures, don't you? I think I have pictures somewhere.
I'll drop them in Team Vitality.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have.
drop them in there. They're really cute. They're the coloring, the branding is like black bottles with white labels with like lavender, like that's the color that they chose. Just like,
I was thinking another thing you could do if you don't go to Kansas City, you can still have people pre-order from you, have them send you money, you order all of them, and then have a party. Have people come over, like celebrate it. I know we did that when hair care launched in Brentwood. We had 50 people show up at a wine bar. We didn't sell anything. We just celebrated this hair care, and it was insane. It was so much fun.
yeah, so I'm the big thing with people coming back from Kansas City with the product, the big thing is you're getting a free shaker bottle, and then you're also saving shipping and tax because you're bringing it. But I wouldn't sell it for less than $180, you guys, because you don't want them to pay your cost. First of all, you need to make money. So for every set, if you buy it for $160 and sell it for $180, you're going to make around $15 or whatever, $18, because the tax there is like 3%, right, Angie? It's like cheap. And so, but I don't want them to go from 160 to like 195, because with tax and shipping and everything, the next month, they're going to be probably 180 something. You don't want that. So, and you deserve to make some money, but yeah. And there will be shipping services on site. So if you want to go, I would just bring a duffel bag, you guys, fill it up and check it. That's what I would personally do.
And then remember, we're getting everybody, like from now until then, activated on the gut health stack or healthy glow stack, just getting them excited, get their body prepped. And then we already have them as a customer. And then we just, as soon as it launches, we just have them upgrade to the GLP-1.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, so my top tip too, and I've done this my entire career, you guys, like, again, everything is a decision. Deciding to take this launch seriously is a decision. Deciding to carve out time in your life is a decision. Deciding to go all in is a decision. The decision to go out of your comfort zone, seek mentorship, stay plugged in. And one of the things that I did early on, and every time I've done a big launch, this will be like my 3rd big launch of my career. So I launched my first company, my 3rd company, my second one, it was kind of like, I was really quiet about it because I was still collecting a 6-figure check from the other company. So I couldn't post on social media. So I just called friends and family. And then launching in LifeVantage. So this will be my 4th big launch of my career. And there's a great YouTube video. It's about 10 to 13 minutes long. If you go to YouTube, search Holton, Holton Bugs, Buggs, Holton Bugs, how to launch a network marketing business. And I want you to like hear his tone. Launching is not an event. It is a mindset. Launching is burn the bridge. I don't care what people say. I've communicated with my family that the next 3 months are going to be probably the most significant of my network marketing career. I want you to take it that serious, you guys. I'm telling you right now, my goal, I told Steve Fife, because I have to tell him my goals, is that like my team's doing around like, it's like dipped, it's low. I know like a lot of you've seen pullback. My team's only doing like 1.2, 1.3 million a month right now. Not only, but I've, was around a 1.8, and I've been all the way up to 2.5 million. When we did our NAD launch, we did 250,000 in 1 month, by the way, created a Pro 7, Pro 8, and Pro 10, which is huge ranks in the company, right? And that was just 3 of them. I think we had like 700 rank advancements that month, but is like, this could be the biggest launch of your career. Treat it as such. I told Steve in 1 year, I'm going to go from 1.2 million to 3 million. And then another year, I'm going to go to 5 million a month. Those are my goals. Like, and I'm probably dreaming too small. My last company took 2.5 years in from scratch. I'm starting with 1.2 million with 160,000 people. From scratch, I was at 7.4 million in 2.5 years in my last weight loss company. 7.4 million was in my downline in 1 month. 7.4 million. I was at 1 million a month in 8 months in my last weight loss company, because weight loss is that big of a network, it's that big of a market. So please, whatever your little teeny goal is, multiply it by 10 and then add another 5. Seriously, add a 0 to the end of it. I'm not kidding. I've done it. I've been there. I've been waiting for this day for LifeVantage to have a good weight loss product for 9 years. You know, the Physique Shake just didn't cut it for me. I actually didn't like it. I was not a fan of that. And I didn't really see many results. And I'm not a fan of shake diets. First of all, shakes are processed food. They're probably the worst, best of the worst, but I'm not a fan of shakes because eventually you got to start eating food again. And the GLP-1, what I love about it is, like, you always want to stick to a diet, but then you get these cravings, like, you know, you're like salad, salad, salad. And then your family comes home and In-N-Out Burger, you're like, okay, give me one, right? And it's hard to stay on track because you have the food noise, you have the cravings. Well, GLP-1 makes your stomach and your body work like it's supposed to work in nature before it got hijacked by ultra processed foods, by insulin being out of control because of the crappy diet most people eat. So you'll actually be able to eat 3 meals a day. Breakfast means break fast. So if you don't eat till 12 or 1 or 2, that's fine. You should be fasting 12 to 16 hours every single day. Breakfast was created by the food industry. Snacking was created by the food industry. You know, 2 to 3 good nutrient-dense meals a day is all you need. In fact, until like 1960, no one ever even heard about a snack. You ate breakfast, you went to work, you had lunch, and you had, some people didn't even have lunch because they didn't have time, right? Who's an old timer on this call that can vouch for that? You know, I mean, when I was little, every blue moon, Barb, I didn't want to call you out, but I was like looking at you. Come on, Barb, no. Like, think about your parents, like think about your grandparents. I think we didn't eat 3 meals. They didn't have snacks and eat all day long. In fact, France has 1/12 the incidence of ADD. And you know what? They don't allow their kids to snack. It's screwing with our insulin. It's screwing with our brains. It's hijacking our bodies. It's leading to the obesity epidemic. So I'm telling you right now, this is going to be big. The drugs, the GLP-1 agonist drugs work. They just unfortunately come with side effects, and they're not very pleasant. And they come with needles. And Angie was just telling us the other day that she talked to a gal that spends $800 a month. She gets her shot, and then she is sicker than a dog for 2 days, throwing up and just violently ill. But she said, I've lost 40 pounds. People will do crazy stuff to lose weight. Trust me when I say this is going to be good. I can't reiterate it enough, you guys. Please take this next 31 days and turn off your Netflix, or at least get your names on the list before you turn on the television. Use the television or whatever your unwinding thing is, playing games, videos, hanging out with your friends, shopping, whatever, knitting, whatever it is. Do your things, work for yourself first, and then when you have time to relax and Netflix and chill, right? But I'm telling you, you're going to get one shot at this launch, and you'll still be able to do it after you swivel your head around and see everyone in the company exploding in new ranks and new presidentials and new executives like crazy. And then we'll see it another second wave in April when the other markets launch. But I'm telling you, don't wait. Trust me on this, and let's go. Let's get this. So any other questions? And if you need anything, reach out to me, but please stay plugged in, share stories. If you're going to copy and paste a post, you're welcome to post anything I post. I usually rip off, mine are ripped off a lot of the time, so you don't have to ask me. Change a few words though, because I did hear from Sandy McClure that it screws with the algorithm. So please change wording. Did you share your changes? No, I was asked not to because I'm actually on the trial. I have lost weight and have lost inches. Not as much as I wanted to, because the first 60 days I was gone 43 days out of town and hotels eating out. So although I lost a little bit, I wanted to lose more, but I didn't lose that much. It was too hard. And I was sick for 10 days with COVID. So I had a really hard time. And I went to my anniversary and I went to Mexico to an all-inclusive. So it was a little challenge. I probably shouldn't even have done it, but I'm still down like 6 or 7 pounds. I just, I wanted to be further along by now, but it's okay. I didn't gain weight. I probably should have gained weight with all the travel I did. I took 13 separate flight trips, 13 separate trips from June 3rd to August 25th. 13 different trips on an airplane, 13 different places, 6 states. Crazy, huh?
That's a lot.
Yes, it was a lot. Any other question? That's so much travel, yes. But I have a lot of miles on American now. Like getting my status. Any other questions? Are you guys excited? I saw one person, thank you, Senya. One person put how many names they're gonna have on the list. Come on, guys, put your hand to the fire. I'm a hand to the fire kind of person. I told Steve Fife and everybody in the entire Croatia trip on September 15th or September 13th. I said, I'm gonna be a presidential this month, Pro 10. And they're like, okay. So I took the entire corporate team. I told every leader in the company, every one of my leaders, everybody from every country knew that Tara Wilson was going presidential because I told everyone. And had I not done that, told 200 people on mid-September, on September 25th, when auto ships ran, I was 84,000 short. And I was like, oh, shoot, how am I going to do this? But because I had committed to it, I said, we're going to dismiss this isn't happening. What can I do? And not only did it, I was the first person in the company history to do it 2 days early. I hit it on September 28th and ended up out shooting it by 24,000. I went over in my small leg by 24,000 because I got creative. So all I know is if you tell yourself a goal, that is giving your brain instructions of what to do. So put yourself a goal and make sure you don't do anything.
Did you freeze? Or is it me? Is she frozen? Oh my goodness. Thanks, Tara. That was awesome. Thanks everybody for being here. Oh, there
Love
she
you
is.
guys.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye.